Hey, good morning. Stormy out. Check this out. Stormy. So what do you do when you got no other choice but to head into a storm? And we're about to do just that. We have to head back. It's been beautiful our time here in Asheville, but we have to head back now back to Jacksonville, probably where maybe the sun is shining. And my question to you is, what do you have to do to survive the storms? Check this out. Yesterday it was raining. Today it's now raining and storming. Crazy stuff. So that's my question to you is, what do you do? Numbers frown on here. Just outside. See if somebody would get mad at me with the mask. But let's talk about that now. Hear that? It's gusts. Check that out. Literally, it is. Okay. I don't know what the wind is. It's pretty bad out there right now. So I don't know what kind of storm you're going through, but I thought it'd be appropriate because I was going to go outside and do this. I'm standing underneath this kind of little covered area just outside the hotel, and it made me think. I have no other choice. We're going to get in our car. We have to check out of a hotel today. We got to check out. We're going to drive about 8 hours back home. Hopefully the weather won't be bad the entire way. But the reality is we got to head into the storm, right? So what do we do? You know, when you go on any kind of trip in a storm, you get in your car. If you're driving or maybe going to the airport, you check the weather. That's what we just got done doing. We pack up our bags, make sure we got our windshield wipers that working in our car and then it's covered and lights working, and we have our seatbelts on, and everything's a go. We got the gas filled up. We have our navigation. We know how to get back home. We prepare, right? We prepare. And I know for a lot of people, when it comes to storms, and it may be this storm you prepare when you're traveling, right? You can check the weather, see what it's going to be like. I honestly didn't know it was going to be this bad. But then you can prepare accordingly. So that's my question to you is when it comes to any kind of storm, and maybe you're thinking about a storm that we're all going to go through in the next week during this election. Maybe you've been in a storm during this kind of whole year has been maybe just a complete hurricane for you. Check this out, though. I got to show this to you. That is pretty nasty. That's pretty bad. And maybe that's what your year has been like, just a complete storm. And maybe you didn't have an opportunity to prepare, but we've been in this kind of storm for a while. Like election season, it's kind of hard to believe that it's going to be over in just another couple of days. And who knows, there probably is going to be a storm of that. So how do you prepare? How do you prepare yourself for the storm? Well, I know one way to prepare for the storm, just yourself and your health, is to, again, and I'm the coach, right? I'm the health and fitness coach, is to take care of yourself. Take good care of your personal health. Take care of your mental health. Take care of your physical health. Take care of your spiritual health. That's essentially what I wanted to say. Well, while you may not be able to predict when the storm's coming, I didn't know that we didn't plan on coming and having a day or two of rain and storms, or even driving back to our home today in the middle of a storm, right? We didn't prepare for that. But we're going to plan now what we need to do. Just be a little extra careful, take our time, maybe make extra stops if we need to, make sure the gas is filled up, all those types of things, right? And you can do the same thing, right? The coming weeks, the coming months. You got 2 more months left of the year. Maybe you're just like, oh, can we just get 2020 over? But who knows? There's going to be another storm. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when the storms come. And my question to you is, how are you going to prepare? I want to help you with that, help you prepare. Because one of the things that you can choose to do is to take good care of yourself. How to take care of your mental health? Well, you can start to pray. You can start to have some quiet time. You can maybe remove the news. We were here while we were away and the weather was bad. We had the TV on a little bit, and we don't even have cable. So we're like, oh, this is kind of novel. We put the TV on for a little bit, and it was like the news, and it was just awful. I don't know how people stand to listen to the news. It's terrible. So if you want to keep your mental storm, keep the storm away mentally, avoid watching the news so much. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. Avoid those negative people. Avoid, and all channels. I'm not particularly saying one or the other, all of them. For the most part, it's like, unless it's bad news, unless it's negative, unless somebody's spewing out hatred or what's going on wrong, then it's just negative, negative, negative. Oh, that's one way to preserve it. Maybe read a good book. Just go for a nice walk. Go take yourself away on a trip and do some hiking in the mountains. We've really got some enjoyable time with nature and just being away from people in general, right? It's been awesome. So the other way, now physically, how do you take care of your physical health during the storm? Take good care, eat healthy foods. I can't say I ate super healthy on this trip, but we were active, we ate relatively healthy, and I would say, but 99% of the time we do keep our bodies and our health in check. In fact, we were able to do some awesome hiking. We got on horseback. It was beautiful. It was so much fun. We were able to do that because we've been taking good care of ourselves. You have that choice, right? You don't have to sit on the couch and watch the news because you feel like you're going to miss something if it means missing a workout, right? Or missing going to the grocery store. So that's another option spiritually too. Another thing spiritually for the storm that's coming up. Pray, ask God to come into your life. Ask him. And now I think a lot of times we feel like we have to have this like elaborate speech in our prayer life, right? And thinking about spiritually, I don't know how to pray, Mark. Well, if you, I didn't know either, just so you know. And it's not eloquent. In fact, I used to be really afraid to pray. Afraid to talk to God because I was afraid that like I didn't know what to say or how to talk to him. But then I learned that he already knows the thoughts that you have before you think them. He already knows what you're going to ask before you ask them. He already knows what you're going to pray before you pray them, which makes it a little more comforting to know that I'm going to mess up, and I'm sure you will too. But I went from learning, instead of just necessarily praying for things, praying for the weather to clear up. That would be a nice thing if you could say some prayers for the weather to clear up for our drive home. But also praying in this season of life, God, what are you teaching me during the season? What are you teaching me by the people that you're surrounding me with? The people that are coming into, say, my coaching program or in my world, and my neighbors and my friends, relationships with people I come across on a day-to-day basis. What do you have for me during that time? Spiritually, I feel closer when I ask more for what is it that you're showing me when you put me in front of the TV for a few minutes to get mad, get angry at what I hear and see on the TV or even social media. And I get haters come out and they're hating on me, thinking this is all about me. This isn't. I want to be there for people. I know this is a way to reach more people. That's what God's actually pursuit for me is, to have access to more people than I do through social media. It's much easier than me sending out a newspaper or a letter or something to that effect, right? Like kind of old school. This is a great way to reach and connect with people. And I'm so grateful that I've been able to connect with people just like you if you're watching, whether it's live or on the replay. So spiritually speaking, prayer, the struggles. So we talked on three things. Right, mentally, clear your head, get away from the TV, go for a walk, go for a hike, take yourself away on a vacation if you're able to for a couple of days. Just reboot if you need to altogether. You may want to just avoid people for a little while. That's okay. It's okay to want to refresh and reboot and maybe just kind of recover from the junky season it's been, or maybe you just want to recover from all the political stuff or all the world stuff. And then on the physical levels, take good care of your physical health. Eat healthy. Pursue good hygiene, pursue active habits. Go for a hike, go for a bike ride, get to the gym. Have somebody help you if you don't know what to do. There's people like me in this world who work as my living to help people get them on a healthier path. I'm waiting. If you want to reach out, send me a message. We'll get on a call. We'll see if you're a good fit. Again, I don't do this for free. This is my livelihood. I'm blessed that I'm able to do this all online and able to go away, but still take care of my clients and people who have invested in themselves and to have a coach to keep track. And then my team and I, we do just that. And then on the spiritual sense is to simply just take your time. It doesn't have to be at church. In fact, I probably feel more spiritually outside of church versus the corporate. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's actually very important to worship corporately as well as it is. But the reality is we've had this proven. The church isn't a building. The church is all over. The church can be everywhere. It could be in a hotel room. It could be in a different city. It could be out in the mountains. Your church is where you and God have that relationship together. And that spiritually, again, you can start by just asking him to come into your life, asking him to show you, to ask to reveal more of him. What is your path for my life? And that's something that it's a work in progress for me. Maybe it is for you as well. But the reality is, look, since I've spoken, check this out. The storms versus 10 minutes ago, I haven't been talking that long, have already, check this out. It was downpouring just when I started. Right now, not so much. It's clearing up already. Good stuff. All right, we got to go pack. Give me, if you could pray, give me some prayers just for our drive. We have a long drive. Traffic's probably going to be crazy and there's lots of bad weather. So just, if you could say a few prayers for me, that we get back safe to our family, I'd really, really appreciate it. Take care and God bless. And listen, if you are in a storm, chances are you're not alone. Even in the type of storm you're in, chances are you're not alone. Take care. God bless. We'll talk to you soon.